Hi everybody. This is a video designed to be a short warm-up. Say you only have about 15 minutes or so to do some vocal exercises, keep yourself in shape, do some healthy singing, maybe as you're starting to think about a return to some kind of live music making. This will be something that you want to add to your routine as often as possible. So designed to be pretty short, pretty sweet. And as always, feel free to modify everything in terms of what works best for you. If you want to change a vowel, please do. If you want to, skip a piece of a sequence, that's more than fine. This is designed to be pretty general, so feel free to make it your own. As we're getting started, of course, be certain to take a moment and get in touch with your body. Hopefully you're standing. Can check your alignment, check that your knees are soft and fluid, that your hips are unlocked, that your shoulders aren't being held rigidly in position. Same thing with your head on top of your spine, that it's not locked, but while maintaining good alignment without tension. So, be scanning for those things, and then just take a couple of nice breaths in and out. And ensure that as you're doing that, there's no abdominal tension interfering with a nice, low, relaxed breath. So always be mindful of what your body is doing and how you're breathing throughout this sequence of exercises. We're going to start with some lip trills or bubbles, and you can do that however you're comfortable. If you want to do lips, brrr, that's perfectly fine. If you need to hold, if you use fingers or hands, just be certain that you do so while maintaining good lift in your sternum and rib cage so that it doesn't collapse down and in while you're holding. Or if you want to do a tongue and lip trill, brrr, kind of like you're blowing a raspberry, that also works. That's great for relieving jaw tension or tongue tension. So I leave that to you. And the sequence that we're going to start with is a simple arpeggio up a 5 and then down scale-wise. So it sounds like this. And on a lip trill, we're after that evenness of pressure and a nice legato connected line. All right, this isn't going to be anything in terms of stretch yet, just staying in the comfort zone of most people's tessitura. All right, nice breath in, here we go, and... nice relaxed breath. Should feel very even in terms of pressure. Let's come back down a couple. You can repeat that exercise and put a vowel on top so that when you go from the lip trill to the vowel, nothing changes. The same airflow, the same relaxed pressure happening around the vocal folds, and not adding any additional work when you go into a vowel. I like to start with an E vowel, because it also relaxes my tongue, but you might find whatever vowel is best for you. All right, next we're going to do a sequence on V, V-U-H, V. Again, designed to use the V sound to minimize pressure in the folds themselves, and again to give us a little bit of legato line while we now articulate a sound on each pitch. So the sequence is V. That's the sequence, ascending in thirds and then down a scale-wise motion. All right, aim for it to feel as connected and easy as possible as we articulate those sounds. Be certain we're not overworking. Va, 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 va. Nice relaxed jaw as we go to make that V sound happen. All right, nice breath in. Here we go, and... a gentle sigh out on ooh. Woo! Nice and free as we go through there. All right, the next bit that we're going to do is about relaxing more of the tongue, getting in touch with that nice domed, lifted palate, and just a little bit of extension in terms of range. So, assuming that you're pretty warmed up now, what we're going to sing is hung ah, hung ah. It's basically H-U-N-G to ah, but without holding the vowel in hung. Hung, hung. That H is good for getting the air going, especially if you're prone to a glottal onset, and then going from the NG to the ah, while being aware that we feel the tongue and palate come away from each other. So when you say your tongue is up, connecting with the soft palate in the back. When we open to the ah, we want to feel that space open so that the tongue relaxes down and away from the palate, and the palate maintains its nice, gentle dome there. So we're going to feel all of that space in the back of the mouth open up, as well as allowing the free vibration of the vocal folds as much as possible. So the sequence simply is a descending pentatonic scale. Hung, ah. That's all there is to that. We're going to take that up. As you start to get higher and higher, it might help to do a little bit of bending over while you breathe and free up the body. I, of course, leave any kinesthetics that might work best to you. So, right now, hung ah. Here we go, and hung ah. Nice and loose. And how's your body doing? Still buoyant, still unlocked? Feel free to drop an octave if you need. One more. Let's sigh that out. Next, we're going to relax our articulating muscles and descend. So we're all about feeling no tension in the cheeks and lips and tongue for that matter. And as we get lower and lower, feel that you are not adding any extra pressure to push that sound out, but simply allow it to come out the front of your mouth. The sequence that we're going to sing is on the word blah. Blah, B-L-A-H, blah, 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 blah. When we descend, we're going to re-articulate. And then when we ascend, we're going to slur it together. So the sequence sounds like this. Blah, 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 blah. Hopefully you can see that that's pretty relaxed, but also I'm maintaining some lift on the top half of my face. Rather than blah, 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 blah. Let's not let everything collapse down from up here. Blah, 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 blah. This can relax and this can stay engaged with a pleasant, uplifted countenance. Let's try that together and then we're going to descend. And blah, 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 blah. Nice relaxed breath, but in tempo. Keep scanning for tension. Feel very loose. Blah, 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 blah. Not too much pressure down here. If it gets too low, take it up an octave. Or just stop singing, whatever's most comfortable. We're going to do one more. And I would encourage you to now sigh it up from the low point that you were in. Just take it from the basement where we were living right there. Next, we're going to do a series of arpeggios, legato and staccato. We'll start with an E vowel, legato, and then go to A, staccato. So we're going to sing E, ah, 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 aiming for the same legato moving air when we sing staccato, so that the only thing that's happening is the vocal folds are vibrating shorter notes of articulation while we continue to move gentle air through the instrument. I like starting with the E vowel, again, because it relaxes my tongue out of the throat. And when I go to the ah, I can really be aware if I'm adding tension to it. Pulling it down and back, for example, would sound like this. E, oh, 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 oh. We hear that addition of tension and the tone gets dampened. E, oh, 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 oh. It can stay relaxed out of the throat that way. All right, check it out, and we're going to go all the way up now. Time to do a little bit of stretching with some flexibility and agility work. All right, again, if it gets too high, feel free to drop an octave or simply stop singing. All right, here we go. Ready? And feeling free and open, I hope. Body still unlocked and buoyant. Let it go up here. One more. Nice big sigh out. Excellent. All right, we're going to end our time together with just a short musical line so we feel our skills being put into a phrase. And that phrase is going to be on sing-e. You can do sing-ah, sing-oh, whatever vowel you want in the second half of this. But the pattern is a short melody, and it sounds like this. Sing without me. So we can feel the sense of musicality now on that sustained note without leaping up with too much pressure. Sing, guard against that. Sing, so we can shape that. And then as we descend, the shorter passing notes can stay in the same column of sound, being air-driven, free, and resonant. Sing, rather than sing, where they kind of fall off the breath and out of resonance. All right, so be mindful of those things as we sing, and make it as free and musical as you possibly can. All right, here we are. We'll start together and sing. Feeling nice and open. Feel free to play with different vowels if you want, and still musical. Two more. Last one. And there you have it, my friends. Hopefully you're feeling like a good workout has happened where you've covered quite a bit of territory with your voice, with bringing your awareness to the issues that you know you need to. And with daily practice, these will start to feel even more free. You'll gain more flexibility, more resonance, more command of your breath, and producing a beautiful, open, free, air-driven sound as much of the time as is possible. Happy singing, and continue taking care of yourselves and of one another.